This is a new song that I wrote myself. Absolutely everybody, everybody, everybody. Absolutely everybody, everybody. Seán forgot the fucking clapper, so we've got this. Let's get into
it! Very good.
Isn't this gorgeous? This was a prezi.
We hashtag gifted from Darren from Beyond Skin. Thank you,
gifted.
Darren.
So we're now the alternative Belfast what's it called? The
Ukulele band.
The ukulele band. We are the Belfast Ukulele Collective. Yeah. So anyone from the Belfast Ukulele Club that wants to join us, we can't play, but we do drugs.
You could be like the Bez of the ukulele band. You just bring maracas. Although I think actually quite a few of them do just bring maracas, because I don't know whether you're aware. Hello everybody, and hello Seán.
Hello, hey Becky.
But where we are now in our greenhouse, we're like just across the road from St. George's Market, which is amazing. But it's also terrible because it means that we're overeating all of the nice food, like pretty much every weekend.
Really good.
Not so good if you're slimming, do you know?
We're also going a couple of weeks between podcasts. So I fear that I've put on about 2 stone in that time. I was thinking about like how we used to film sort of at the start of series 1, where I would be like tanned, shaved, I would be dyed, we would be done. And I just sort of looked at myself there in like a sort of dirty front-facing phone camera, and realised that the time for that is gone.
Yeah.
If you are just listening, you can watch on YouTube. We're still gorgeous if you can handle it. But
just
we are
a bit bedraggled.
But we're bedraggled. I'm now uncomfortably holding a ukulele because Seán is just doing a fucking terrible job. Thank you so much. I just didn't. It actually isn't Seán's job, in fairness. We need an. If you want to volunteer to assist us on the podcast, we would love you to do that. We'll just sort of demand coffees and things.
They're also looking at a new producer.
We are.
Never.
No. we are, but do you know what we're waiting for? We're waiting for Big Frank. You know, we're going to have our moment.
Big Robert to go with him.
It's like it's a running theme here that we talk about Frank Mitchell and how he is soon to be coming on. But if you're out there, Frank, which of course you are, you're probably listening away. Come on. In fact, you know what we should do? We should actually reach out again. Because we're talking as if this man like is hard to get.
And he's literally said he'll come on.
Yeah.
On multiple times.
See if it actually was a joke and you weren't being serious, it would be the most hilarious thing ever that you picked out Frank Mitchell.
Yeah. Not like Angelina Jolie or...
we have aspirations. No, but...
I love Frank Mitchell. He's a broadcasting legend. In fact, I would like to sort of make my way through all of them. Yeah. Only that Gillian Simmons has sort of been a bit oversaturated.
In the fashion world?
Just oversaturated in general.
The podcast world.
But only because he has been in the podcast world. I think he's told all of his stories. I'm sure he's got stories.
And you have to remember as well, it's different whenever you're telling your stories in like a different context or environment as well.
Especially with queer people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's less this sort of, ooh, and more just like you're actually getting into it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, for anyone that has never watched before or listened before, I'm Connor.
And I'm Becky.
And together we are Show Some Love. We're a charity and this is our podcast. I love that we just sort of reformed that quite naturally and it works.
Yeah.
Hello, Seán, darling. What's the crack?
I'm good. I've stopped trying as well. Seán Freaky Head from season 1 has returned.
Oh,
Freaky Head.
Yeah.
Because you've
Freaky dicky.
You've adorned the hat today.
Yeah, the hats came out.
Well, you can be forgiven having a wee baby, and you really suit it as well. Not everybody can rock a beanie in a dashing fashion as yourself.
It took me a long time to find one that I like.
They're great though.
You can't beat a Carhartt.
Yeah.
They are great. If you'd like to sponsor us, Carhartt, we are up for that. We are the very hipsters that I'm sure you would love to speak to.
As long as you aren't bastards.
As long as you're not bastards. In fact, if you are out there and you run a business or you do a thing and you would like to pay for us to do this, we would really appreciate that. Because Seán is very reasonably priced, but we are very, very skint. But yes, we're here, we're queer, we're back for episode, whatever number this is now. We've now found our way in terms of our setup here at Greenhouse. So we will hopefully, anyways. The last couple of episodes were, in my opinion, visually ropey. That's nothing to do with Seán.
Yeah.
Everything to do with
the
us.
setup.
Even just the fact that my hair was just so bright. This is why we need the assistant. But I think we've really found it. We've got a nice setup, and it's something that's actually easy to manage as well, because we have to, of course, turn this over and open up the space. This is a space that's open to the public. You can come and you can work here, and you can create here, and you can make art here and meet our community. Come and do that. We're on Victoria Street in Belfast City.
We also have to put it all back afterwards. Although last time we did not. Last time we just ran away. Then our team came in and put it all back for us.
Where did we run off to?
We were off maybe that day, or we had to go to something, or
see the things we do.
Yeah,
the things we do to give you not oral pleasure. What's it?
Viewing.
What's it called in your ears?
Visual or auditory?
Yeah.
Auditory pleasure.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and it might change as well. I think that's important to say. The lovely thing is about Greenhouse and this project that we're in and we've just released our membership, which is great. But maybe by the time this comes out, it'll have been out for a couple of weeks. But things will evolve and change and grow. And, as we add things in or we see what works and we adjust things, we may decide that we set it up differently. We might record some at night and things like that.
We might do some of the rooms.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love to show you around the space a wee bit more. We'll maybe do, we've got a lovely library here. It used to be a boardroom.
Yeah.
We've got a lovely members lounge. We've got a workroom. Maybe we could be live sewing.
Yeah.
I can't sew, but I like to pretend.
Yeah.
We'll
get somebody to set you up with a prop piece.
Yeah, to sort of run it through with no needle.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Perfect. I can make art in other ways.
You're like the wee actors in the Ulster Folk and Transport.
That is literally one of Connor's dreams is to be the soda lady. I swear to God.
Have you never heard this?
No.
This is on my bucket list.
This is why we're so in tune, because you can just hear the dreams happening.
I swear, it's mad. This is so high up my bucket list. I think until my dying day, I will always be that. I will always have that child inside, just really far more present than most adults. And I walk about spaces where I'll go into other people's projects or charities or businesses or whatever and think, God, I could do this when I grow up. And I am a fully grown adult. But one of the things that I would love to do is be the soda lady. So you go about the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum, and as you're walking about, you can go into all the wee houses, you can go into the wee sweetie shop, there's a wee sweet shop and that. And I remember going as a kid, maybe on a school trip or something, and going into this wee house, and it was all smoky, and she had the fire lit, and she was dressed like somebody from
the old days.
Kind of dressed like a ghost. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
These big flowing sort of garments.
Yeah.
And she turned and she says, "We better soda, love." And I lived. Other people love Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
She is my influencer.
Yeah.
She is my celebrity.
Yeah.
If I ever meet her, I will actually die. But I would love. I don't think they would have a soda. Well, they wouldn't have a soda man, but they would have a soda. Well, you can't be non-binary in the 18th century.
No.
So you would it would have to be a soda man. You'd be typecast with your penis.
Yeah.
And then that wouldn't work either, because maybe the men were out busy.
You just shave your beard and just be like a working
woman.
Oh my
God, I could do the soda lady in drag. Yeah. That is so funny.
That can be your new drag name, Soda Hole.
Soda Hole. It's when kids. Sorry, this is the motion for me. When kids do Oliver, and they put a load of. Basically, and they put a load of sort of shit all over their faces and stuff for a school play. I would do that, but I would quite like to be the soda lady. I think if you go to work for the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum, they don't give you control of the
do
character.
They have a soda rota?
Oh my God.
Do people have to take it in turns? Because I bet you do get to eat quite a lot of soda while you're doing it.
No, I don't know. I think so. Basically the woman cooks soda on an open fire and then she gives it out to people.
Yeah.
And it's a whole experience.
But what if there's a gap?
Yeah. Stop. So that's what I was thinking. Does she wouldn't sit in her phone or anything, but does she just so there's a couple of options. One is that she takes the soda, she's making the soda, but she just sort of sits like this.
And then it reactivates like a non-playable character.
Yeah, exactly. Or she's just sort of like this.
Waiting for... And then
as soon as someone
comes in.
Yeah, an American tourist comes in and she's like, "Ooh, soda love." I have like running topics. Like one of the lots of sort of things. It's kind of obsessive, but lots of things that I would have over the years talked about at parties and just made a point of always making it a thing. So like no matter where you were, you'd be like, "Does anyone know the soda lady?" And Whitebites would just be like, "What?" And then they'd be like, "Here, fuck, I went with my school years ago. I did meet her. Holy fuck, she's a lovely woman. Her soda's gorgeous.
She gave me 2 bits."
She gave me 2 bits. Yeah, gag. That, and I was thinking about it the other day. And it's maybe getting old, but I don't think it ever will for me. I really like it. I think it's starting to feel a wee bit strange just in the current space that we're in the world, in our project and all the rest of it, and how people view it. But I love to create like an exclusive VIP moment. I love to create a VIP section. And you've just seen it every single place where I go.
The ultimate irony.
It's such it's so douchey. I love it.
Yeah.
But you can see people just
think you're being serious as well.
more and more.
Yeah.
People are like, "Really?" I'm like, "Excuse me, we're in the Ulster Tatler." You know, in fact, I don't know when it's going to go out, but we have a guest coming in next who was in the Ulster Tatler with me a couple of weeks ago, but for an article about us.
Yeah.
And it was me and it was Trudy Scrumptious, so Gordon Crawford, sitting sewing together. And we were out the other night and seen Aaron Aiken that runs a load of bars and all the rest of it. One of Maverick and lots more, but one of Trudy's many employers. And so they were sitting having a nice conversation, and I bait into it like drunk as hell, just like, "Well, what's the crack?" And I know Aaron for years and just being out and about and all the rest of it. But I says, "What's your name?" And he just sort of looked at me, and Trudy looked at me like, "Stop it." And I said, "You probably know ours." And he was like, "Oh God." And he says, "No, I do." And I was like, we were in the Ulster Tatler. And I says, "Here, do the pose for me." I'll get her to do the pose when she comes in. And straight away, without even missing a beat, she was just like, it was just like fake sewing pose, talking about fake sewing. But yeah, so the soda lady and lots of those other little obsessions, that is one of them. I wonder what the other positions are in the Ulster Transport Museum. A few of our volunteers actually went to work there.
Yeah.
And I was just...
Yeah, Caitlin and Malin.
Like you could be there in the visitor centre or something crap, or you could be put in transport.
Yeah.
You know, with a load of trains or something, which is very interesting, but not as much.
It depends. Like I really expect that one of the reasons why you wanted to be the soda lady was because you really like sodas. Because you basically wanted to be able to eat the sodas as well.
But I'm gluten free.
I know, but the thing was you didn't know that then. But now, like, I make you gluten free sodas.
I couldn't. It wouldn't have the same historical integrity that I would expect of a position like the soda lady.
Yeah, you can't go into the soda lady in Cultraw and go like, "Are these gluten free sodas?"
No, the gluten frees didn't exist.
No.
Because all they were eating were spuds and sodas.
Yeah.
We should go up to that place. I've always, for years, and we're very well behaved now, but for years I always wanted to go up and get really quite wrecked and walk about it, you know. But
I'd say they frown upon that.
Yeah, no, not like rowdy drunk.
No.
You know, just like lightly sort of,
Toasted.
you know, floaty.
Yeah.
And because I think it would be a really trippy experience.
Yeah.
But now you know you'll meet a wee Sandra that's like, "Here, as we used to do the wee homelessness thing."
Yeah, exactly. You can do once you have like this hair, you cannot do anything that you're not prepared to completely own or be on the front page of the paper.
I basically have to wear a wig,
non-binary hair,
a wig and a mask, a Halloween mask. Yeah, like Michael Myers, and you tell people that
I would hire extra actors for it, and then open it up at night, and then each wee house would be a wee techno den.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So good.
They should do that.
That's a really good idea.
And the DJs are all the wee actors, so we're all the Ed Warren
Oh,
clothes.
that would be another one of yours.
DJ Dishes?
Yeah.
I have a character called DJ Dishes that I used to, and it's so the thing that really attracts me, the thing that makes me happy in the world is this like awkward strangeness.
Yeah.
That like when I love to look across a room and just see people just doing this. Like, it really brings me life.
What way is he getting on?
It brings, but not even to be a gay, not even to be a gag, just it's weird. It's a weird, strange thing. Like to have like I've taken that kind of energy that like, who the fuck is that, or what the fuck are you doing, and made it sort of like a fuel. Yeah. It's very that. But no, I used to have a character called DJ Dishes, and we would set up and really, really seriously, me and my friend Martin would be like, excuse me, love, do you have an ironing board? And they'd be like, what?
Some random party.
But of course you're in some bloody party somewhere and they've taken far too many pills or whatever. So they're like, yeah, I've got an ironing board, I'll get you one. And you stick it up and you get plates. So we used to get a stack of plates and put it on the ironing board, and then get 2 plates and put them on the actual ironing board itself. And then really very seriously, maybe something like a little box or something you could find, maybe some CDs in the middle is like your mixer. But very, very seriously, people would come over to speak to you, and Martine would be like, excuse me, like they're DJing.
Or you'd be doing this here, and then you'd be like, wait. And then, like,
yes.
and then
you do the drop, and you would actually some nights people would just ignore you, or it would be
get really into
they would ignore you, or they would be sort of indifferent or a little bit judgy. But then some nights people would really get into it. You'd be having a full fucking bathroom party or whatever.
Yeah,
just like the pumping space within the pumping space. That's also, but that links back to the VIP thing. There's something about
play.
It's because it's sort of
play.
It's because it's daft. All of those things everything is made up.
Yeah,
like it is. Everything is a construct, and the way that we kind of follow those rules and live our lives and put importance in certain things like that makes me giggle. Like I think it's daft, and I love to kind of play with that.
It's also like a safety test for you as well, because you're like, will you play?
Yeah.
Do you know?
How
like,
silly are you?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I think first sort of fused us in terms of like our like friendship was. It's so funny saying that now, friendship, because people like regularly awkwardly say to us, so you're your friend?
We're riding. Get over it. We are in a straight relationship, and straight people need to be respected as much as queer people.
Straight pride.
When straight pride. We're not gays, we're greys.
Yeah. But no,
I just had to say it.
The first time, like, it was, we were in my back garden whenever we were very, very first, and then the first like week or two of like me helping you with setting up the first pop-up salon that sort of formed all of this.
Yes.
And like we were in the garden, we were not sober. And you were like starting to do something, like you were like shaking a tray or something, making some noise, and you're like, come on, Becky, let's do garden percussion. And I was like, ooh, I was in that like do I, don't I. I was like still like not able to kind of let go. Now I do not give a fuck. Now I will like jump in, always say yes, no problem, have zero fucks or expectations about not being silly or not taking myself too seriously. But just, I remember that being the moment of just being like, fuck it, okay. And I like took a twig and it was like dinging the pipe that was beside me, like the drainage pipe.
Yeah,
exactly. And the next thing we were doing garden percussion, and Connor's like dancing and all. It was just like, well, that wasn't so bad, but just that simple thing. And I was just like, I'm just going to say yes from now on.
Yeah.
And I have done ever since. Do you know?
I think, I'd sort of arrived into your quite fancy life, and you're sort of very successful, very sort of bougie life. You're sort of a bougie Becky.
Yeah.
And sort of approached it with the like, do you ever do a bucket?
Yeah,
and we say that now because we don't do
not
buckets.
for a few years, but yes, in my day.
And I think that was a result of possibly one of those nights. But yeah,
what,
I think
divorce.
Yeah. Becky's divorce.
I've actually realised I'm quite self-conscious now about laughing, because I've just remembered somebody came in yesterday, lovely Fionnuala Duffin. Or was it yesterday? It was for Late Night Art. It was on Thursday night. And she was saying, oh, I'm glad to see the podcast back out again. She went, Becky, your laugh. She said, I don't even have to have heard what you just said, but your laugh makes me laugh. And I'm like, well, that one's for you, Fionnuala.
Yeah.
No, I have to say, Becky, you have the perfect laugh.
Oh, really?
For like radio, podcast, media. Like,
really?
Because it's like, see the way it like tails off, it like cuts itself.
Really?
And you can see it, like the waveform come, and it like is perfect for something else coming in.
You sort of tail it off so you can sort of catch the end of it.
Perfect cut every
Yes.
Great. So, well, Frank Mitchell says Becky Bellamy is the best name in broadcasting. Now you said I've got a good laugh. Like,
move over, Pamela Ballantyne. We're coming for your gig.
Most people's laughs, see when like they're laugh, it's hard to like cut off the end of it, because you'll just hear like
yes.
whereas like Becky's, it's sort of just like it goes, and then it's done. You know. What I mean?
Obviously was not aware of that.
Well, what do you think about my laugh?
Sorry.
I can't really do a fake laugh.
No, you cannot.
I do a lot.
You can't
I
even
do
do like fake enjoyment at all.
No.
Like I think it's an ADHD thing there as well.
I do like a blank stare, or say something like, "Oh, that's a nightmare."
Yeah, or the best one is, and Very Delta was talking about this recently as well. The two really good ones are like, "Wow." Or
yes,
like, that's crazy. You know those ones there. Like, but you can only do one or two of those, and once you've done a wow, and then you haven't got any more of those left. Then you have to find a way to get the fuck away from the conversation.
Some people can't do it. And it's
social cues.
We're not made to. We're not our personalities are not formed to be friends with everyone. That's fine. Sometimes we're just different and we don't get on, or not that we don't get on, but we just don't find each other very interesting, or we're on different pages or whatever. But some people really like, it's so fucking difficult that they're just so, you know, that it's the daddy or maybe the uncle or something in Dairy Girls.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
It's that really exists.
yeah. It's social cues are like really, really important, and those of us that can read them, like once you get better at reading them, that's very, very important. But some people, I suppose, whether it's through neurodiversity or just because they've not been taught, or they haven't had a friend or a parent or somebody around them that goes, you see, whenever that happens, or just even just to read it and to observe other people just maybe aren't that self-aware.
Yeah,
like
it goes the other way as well.
Yeah,
you know, it's people are all I for years was in a space of just, and we've talked about this before in the podcast, but of just almost being too hypersensitive to the cues.
Yeah.
So if someone is in any way ready to leave, or they display that I believe that they display that they're busy, I will exit very quickly.
Yeah.
You know, it's this like, oh, my time's not worth anything. I'll just, I'll get out of this. I'll not take your time.
Yeah.
And you find that I sort of gay walk. So I walk very, very fast. We both do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if we're like actually run into something, Becky has to say, please God, like you're 6'1". I do not want to be.
I walk very fast, and I'm 5'7", so I'm not short, but.
Yeah, but I don't want to be your wife kind of running behind you. You know,
exactly.
But sometimes we're running, and then you see someone and they do that thing where they're just like, no, you're not even running. You're just going to the shop, and they're like, oh, I won't take any of your time, but nice to see you. And you're like, oh, actually, no, I'm off. I'm not in a rush in any way.
Yeah.
But I'm walking through this town as if like, I don't know,
Late
I'm about
for a meeting.
Yeah. But you're late for something.
In fairness, we nearly always are.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to first off talk about today was I wanted to do a big, massive congratulations. And maybe by the time this has come out, there'll be like multiples of them. Oh, we're about to get potentially rained on. We'll have a wee bit of a leak in the roof, and we might be right underneath it. But
no, don't be daft. Don't be daft.
Okay.
We're under a lovely glass roof here at Greenhouse, and when it rains, it's
like camping,
isn't
lovely.
it?
Have you slept in here yet?
No, but I think we might at some stage, just as like a wee
camp.
Yeah, exactly. We might
camp
do it
inside?
I think we might. We've sort of all of the staff and volunteers have kind of expressed an interest in doing something like it, and I think it would be a gig.
I would love to do it with them as a night, but I would also love to just do it us.
Yeah,
you know, just sort of experience the space.
I'll put like a load of like turf down on the floor.
No, this is a turf-free zone. Actually, there's no turfs in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
I know
turfs on our turf.
That's maybe your perspective here, but you're not bringing J.K. Rowling there in the fucking corner. What were you saying about trans people? What a joke. But yes, you can make it feel the inside feel like outside.
Yeah,
love
totally.
it. Love it.
Yeah.
Really, like,
well, we've got a green carpet. You know, we've got green grass on our stairs, and we put out a green carpet whenever we're doing an event, like fake grass. So we could definitely get some more of that as well.
Or just get the wee bit and take your pictures on it.
But just in case I don't go back to the point that I was just going to make there, because I got distracted by the rain, and we've got baby seagulls up on our roof as well. So the parents are quite noisy.
Little bye-bye.
Congratulations to Bronagh Diamond, our wonderful, wonderful friend, and our pod mother, who has the Amazing Word Up podcast. If you haven't watched it, go on and do it. Also produced by our gorgeous Seán here. But Bronagh has started to write columns in the Irish News. And at the time of this being recorded, there'd been one of them out, and it was about neurodiversity in young people, and the sort of the adage of like, oh, well, there wasn't all of these neurodiversities back in my day.
Totally.
And I suppose our comparison to that is, oh, there wasn't all these gays and all these trans. It wasn't like that in my day. Newsflash, there was. It just wasn't socially acceptable. So people now feel safe to be themselves or to express themselves or to be able to say, I don't understand that. And for us to be able to say, okay, well, let's try and help with that.
Totally.
But Bronagh did a masterful job. She's so just funny, warm, articulate, well-informed, and really deeply human. And she did such a beautiful job on it. So just want to say, I'm going to put a link to it actually in the episode below, so you'll be able to read the article. I'm not sure if it's behind a paywall, but I'll put it up anyway.
And the Irish News as well decided to put it into their, is it a daily drop that they have?
Yeah, so we subscribe to the Irish News, and so I get an email every morning that says the headlines, and they just pick sort of 6 headlines, and at least 2 of them are sport, and she was one of them.
Yeah.
So I got it in the mail out, so I was just all but delighted for her. But hopefully there'll be lots more of that coming, because that's the people that we need to hear from, as well.
Not that we want to take too much credit for it, but she did write it here.
Yes.
So she's probably, a lot of her success in terms of writing right now is down to us. And the lovely coffee we provide and the wonderful space. Do you know what, actually, joking aside, it's wonderful to see people using the space for, actually, we've had loads of writers.
Yeah.
Loads of people
Writing
who are like,
seems to be a
this
thing.
is the place. And there's also, right now, before we really open the gates fully for membership, we've literally just did that.
Yeah.
There's a cam upstairs, so she's been going up the stairs and picking a wee room and sitting in the sun and just sort of writing away. And I think that's it's really lovely to see. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also like, even if people aren't going to, sign up as members, if they just might come more sporadically, to come in and just pay for the half day or the day, like, it's a hell of a lot better value, if you're in here for a couple of hours than potentially sitting in a coffee shop, and it's very noisy, and there's maybe not a plug point, and people around you, and you can't get privacy and concentration. So hopefully we'll see lots more writers, because I think it's a really nice thing to have into the mix
as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
thank you, Seán.
Like, it would definitely foster creativity.
100%. Yeah.
I think even for people that have a space, there's organisations and groups and things out there, like agencies or PR firms and things, that have a space, but they want to sort of be part of the vibe here and the energy here. And to, even if you're just like taking a few wee breaks during the day, you go and meet someone in the kitchen, or you pop down the stairs for a fag break or whatever, that there's something going on, and that the community that we have around us here, they're really diverse, they're really exciting, they are really colourful, and
there's always wee stories and stuff happening that people can get to hear whenever they're floating about.
Yeah, before it goes out of my head, an idea for a fashion show here, the Cat Gala.
Oh,
okay, tell me more.
Roll out the green carpet, and and then we'll have a whole live stream outside for people arriving to hear, but it's all closed off.
Yes,
you know what I mean. For people coming in here, and then here it's the Met Gala.
But for cats,
I was saying KET.
Wow. Something.
I should know better.
At some point, you have either heard the information or entirely made it up that we have ever interacted in any space or way with ketamine. I would like to let you know, and I'd like to let the peelers watching know. Oh God, we've moved a few bits here because in life we're always moving and shaking. We're moving forward. Hello, Seán.
Hello, and may I say that these comments are going wild this week.
Oh yeah.
People on the stream, they're wanting to know all about it.
The stream.
But loads of comments coming in here asking about the 35 under 35 article in Belfast.
Yes. So Connor was nominated as one of the Belfast's change makers and influential people as 35 under 35, alongside our gorgeous friend Nadia and Gemma from Cara Friends, a few other people that we really love and respect. Well. William Thompson, that's right.
William Thompson on the list? He's so big now, I didn't even go to the event.
But one of the things that I wanted to also just scunder Connor about a wee bit, but Connor was also and I actually had forgotten about this fact, but Connor was also on the 25 under 25 whenever they were.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Telegraph.
Whenever
or
I
something
was
like
much younger, I was like maybe 20 or something. I made the 25 on the 25 list for the Belfast Telegraph, so I'm used to it at this stage. You know,
I was in the 17 for 2017 thing for like search party was in it in the Daily Mirror, and I was like 17 bands that'll blow up in 2017.
yes.
Love it.
That never happened.
Shut up.
Stop it.
Still happening.
Well, we'll be doing really all we would like to say about this beyond all the embarrassing stuff is thank you to Belfast Live and thank you to the people who nominated. I am super grateful. We are going to be doing a live photo signing and meet and greet. If you would like to meet me and or William Thompson, we're going to be doing that in Greenhouse, so come along, say hello, and you can touch your favourite 35 under 35 people.
You could do like a sausage signing, like
where I just sign sausages.
Yeah, like one of our favourite programmes in the world. If you've never watched it, Kath and Kim is one of the funniest things that has ever been on TV. And like that was one of the best bits for me was when Kel did his sausage signing because he won Retailer of the Year in the shopping centre that he was in.
Gag. Well, look, as ever, we've got a big long list to talk about today, but of course we have
talked
about everything else but the list. But we've had a really good time. We actually, in between the cut, we did a lovely interview. I don't know when this is going to go out, but it was with a friend of ours and a real star. So we actually had far too much fun. We could have sat for hours and just chatted. We're going to go and continue that in reception. Once again, thank you so much, Seán, for being here. I know I joke, but we really do love you so much. It's a privilege to have you in the space. But yes, until next time, like, follow, share, give us your money if you can. Come to our events. If you can't, share them too, and really get involved because we're really working hard and we're really trying our best. And it's hard. It's hard to keep the energy up. So help us to do that.
We want to make things better in the city. So help us to do that and show some love.
Show some love.
Bye.
That's a new thing.